Alright. So, we are back to Super Dungeon Maker. I honestly wasn't ready to do another one of these. I thought we were done with Super Dungeon Maker, but I'm actually having a lot of fun with this. I've been playing this way too much the past couple days, so let's go ahead and show off what I've been working on. I actually made three Zelda dungeons in Super Dungeon Maker, and I uploaded all three of them. So we're going to take a look at the ones I made, as well as what I'm currently working on. Basically, it's all the light world dungeons. There's a lot of cool things in here, but there's also a lot of limitations too. So I hope that they can expand and add more features. Like, so here I've got Eastern Palace, Desert Palace, the Tower of Hera, and I'm currently working on Hyrule Castle. This is not done yet. Okay, so Eastern Palace first. Let's start with this one. Let's go ahead and play it. Well, no, let's go to build mode. Okay, let's play. Okay, so here's one problem I had here. Okay, so the reason why I made this one is because I was playing some online levels. When was that? Thursday? I don't remember when was the last time I played this game. It was a few days ago. I was playing some online levels of Super Dungeon Maker, and what happened is I saw a Eastern Palace level, and I wanted to recreate it. I played through it. I'm like, there's so many changes that are made here that I don't like it that much. So I wanted to try and. It wasn't that. No, it wasn't. I didn't like it that much. I thought it was pretty good. I just thought I could make it better. Unfortunately, I think I went a bit too far because I decided to make the entire dungeon dark in order to support the dark rooms, because you can't make dark rooms in this game. You can only turn the darkness down, and so that's what I did. I turned the darkness down and lit up all the rooms that were not the dark rooms, so you can see fine, see well enough. But I think it makes it a little bit too dark, is what my guess. But still, I did do that. I have here's the opening room, and in this open room, of course I had towards the middle here. These are one-hit switches. You step on it, and it activates. But like in the original, only the center one actually works. Unfortunately, this game does not have the ability to hit a switch that stays permanently triggered, and then you can untrigger it. Just the only thing there is a lever. There is a lever that you can do. It's basically you whack your sword. I wanted to have one you step on though, and they don't have that option. I could have used the lever, but the lever can get in the way because it is an obstacle. You can walk into it. You can't walk over it, so that's why I use this instead. It's just you step on it and it's done. But maybe the lever would have been better. I'm not sure. That might have been a little more accurate. The elevations are hard too because you can't have underpasses and overpasses. So I'd have 2 floors of the elevation. But I tried to make sure you could see the upper level at the same time as the lower level too. So you walk in here and you can see the lower level, you're on lower level, and you're on upper level. You can fall down off the ledge here. Now this was rupees or a heart, I think? It might be a heart piece. So I put a shield here instead, because you don't get your shield otherwise. You don't start the shield in this game, so you have to find it. Right when we start a dungeon, I decided to hide it in this chest here, so that way there's a reason to come here instead of just being a regular heart. These are hearts. Usually, I try to add more hearts too, because the enemies in this game are hard to link the past. Then you fall back down to the lower floor. And these are like, balls that only go down. But I made them spike traps so they go up and down instead. That way you still have to have the recurring effect, and it is an obstacle too, so it's not too bad. So here I had to make you go up a staircase to get on the upper level again. Because of the way it works, I have to have an upper level here. I can't just make it so you can have this be the same level as that, because these floors on the left and right need to be at separate levels too. I basically replaced skeletons. Okay, so this guy right here. These were originally those like plant enemies. I think I made a big mistake there. I should have instead made that guy a fly, because flies are one-hit enemies. Those guys take like 2 hits to kill instead. I usually if there's item hidden in a pot, I replace it with a heart instead. And what's this again? That's the map. Okay, that was the map. But I also add a torch here. With the hook shot, you can hook shot to torches. I made sure this is here because that way, if you do get the hook shot, you can still hook shot across this gap. Because that's how the original Legend of the Past worked too. Of course, you don't need to come back here to get the hook shot, but it's still a randomizer. Now in this room, I made this corner dark because this is actually underneath the ledge. I also tried to make it so that when there's an overpass, you have a a different colored floor here, so you know it's an overpass. Oh, this part is not necessary. I think this bait was previously gonna make it the same floor, but it didn't work. So I don't know why I kept that there. Okay, now up there, that's water. I put water there so that way you have to have the leaf to get across. I forget why I made it so you need a leaf. I need to double check that. Oh, I know why. I made it so that way you have to get the leaf first because I can't have the enemies appear by opening the chest. So instead, there's a trigger tile that happens when we touch the chest. In that way, you have to get an item to cross there first. So that way you can't trigger the enemies sooner than you're supposed to counter them. You walk in the middle of the room, 4 skeletons appear. Here it's actually, you know, these plant guys instead, but that's close I can find the skeletons. The skeletons can the red ones anyway can throw their bones, so that made sense that you can have an enemy that throws. And all of these have hearts in them. I think the original like one of them had a heart in it, but because these enemies are harder than the ones I could add for Link to the Past, I add hearts in to make sure that you have plenty of light to get through. Again, here's a bridge that goes over past the lower level. The compass is here. You go down. Not much down here. I had to move that staircase. You can only have staircases on the upper side. Normally the stairs would be right here. I couldn't make that work unless I had a hole down there, and I didn't want to do that. I want a staircase you can go back up again. So I put the stairs up here instead, and just let you go underneath this place. And you can still see where the upper level, the lower levels were. We're in this room again. Just pass down here. You can't push this block. That chest is new. It was not there before. I add that so you get the leaf out of it. The leaf lets you roll. And basically, because I basically use that leaf to represent Link's ability to jump off cliffs. Usually. You can still activate it. That's annoying. I was trying to make sure you couldn't activate it. Oh well, it's not a big deal. It's just... I could have pushed it further in though, I think. Now here's the main reason why I have lights all over the place. Because now you're in a dark room. But you can still see you can still see decently well, but it makes sense because there's no lantern here, so you need a new way to see anyway. I'm dying. I am really dying. The shoe is actually way better in this game than it is Link to the Past. Okay, so just like Link to the Past, you can go through that if you have enough health, but it's not easy to do so, and you will take a lot of damage if you don't kill the enemies first. I'm gonna die. These are not easy. Here we go. And once you defeat all the enemies, just like a Link to the Past, this disappears so you can hit the switch and get the big key. That was a tile to speed the sauce for the games. I put a little knight there to represent the fact that it was there. And these are still here, yeah. So I messed that one up. I thought you couldn't activate it if I fall in the water, but I guess you can. Which makes this the entire point of having the least useless. If you die, you just restart with all your progress kept, so you don't really lose that much. The only thing that really happens is you restart the dungeon. Yeah, see, that chest is not the real one. Unfortunately, because I'm representing 2 floors, if you open a chest, it's gonna look like it stayed open, but it's not actually, because once you get to the regular floor, it's already opened. Okay, here's the other thing too. Right here. Yep. So this is the fairy fountain in the original version. I can't use water because you don't have a flippers here. So instead, I use this marshy texture instead, and I add holes all around, so it looks like you're floating in the middle of nowhere. So the walls in this room are far away, so it looks like that. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're just a standalone room. It looks like you're just kind of floating in nothing, which is what the original room looked like too. And now I had to have this here because I can't do a warp. So instead I put stairs up here to make sure you can get back. But you can only get back from down below. You have to go fall in the hole first, then push it up. I could have made a stair just down there instead, but I want to make it more accurate. Also, in this room there's torches you can light, but you can't light torches in this game. So I just had it'd be a neat thing to do is add a fire source and light torches. But because you can't, I just have an approach thing. When you approach the torch where it normally is, it appears. And then the chest appears. And this chest is the key. But normally one of the Igors has the key instead. I thought that'd be something that you can surely do is have an item on an enemy drops it. No, you can't do that in this game. Hopefully that's something they add to at some point, but it's not the case yet. And this was originally rupees. So I made a hearts instead. And these guys were originally anti-fairies. I don't know how else to recreate them, so I made these guys the spires instead. Even though the spires aren't really, they act more like almost all the enemies in this game act just like a Zelda enemy, especially Link to the Past. Although the exception is the one of the bosses. One of the bosses is actually more like the Moblin from Link's Awakening than anything. Again, this was balls, but I used spike traps instead. It's the same switch though. So up here is a square switch. It's not easy to get to this room. Now, in this room you normally need the bow for, but there is no bow in this game. So I use the hookshot instead, and make sure you need the hookshot to get through his room. So this is supposed to represent the bow. I should have made these flies. These guys are type 2 hits and they charge at you. The flies are much more like the original enemies that they were based on. I could have put lights in the room because then he gets stuck. So I didn't want to do that, so I just made it so that the middle room was kind of dark instead because of that. And this is the closest thing I have to Armless Knights. Basically, he acts like the Moblin enemy from Link, the King Moblin boss. He throws stuff at you, and then he charges you. Given the fact that the mini guys of these are basically his Moblins too, that makes sense. I don't know if it takes 9 hits or he gets a head whack him like 3 times. I think it's probably 99 hits because the other boss takes like 6 hits, but you can't hit him multiple times in a row. So that's the closest I had to Armless Knights. I couldn't really make the Armless Knights work properly, so I just made him. Also, the egg kick only exists on the first floor. So it's just like in Mario Maker, you can't change your starting location and the egg to a different floor. So I had to have a staircase going down to get the egg. Anyway, that was the Eastern Palace level.